Hey guys, Law here. Got Chris Wilson with me.
Hey.
Got diabetesNINJA with me.
Top of the morning.
This controller. Gonna use controller 1. And Chris has never seen StarBlade, which is a really old Namco shooter that actually came with Tekken 5. It was an unlock back when you could unlock entire arcade games on a PS2 disc, while still only paying like $40 for the PlayStation 2 game. Consoles used to be awesome.
Yeah, they did.
This is so good. See you, man. NX. There's So apparently there's 4 different shots.
That doesn't sound real.
I don't remember that many.
What's the service coin?
Service is to I think service is just like the service coin, and the coin is when you put an actual like token. This is an actual emulation of the arcade machine. Like the game thinks it's still running on an arcade machine. So
Do we have any information about the ROM itself? I'll take that as no.
Maybe the Bird Showbo's got some stuff. It's got a new copyright, so I feel like it was ported. It isn't just raw emulation. So then, was it Triangle or there you go?
Triangle.
Prepare for Operation StarBlade.
Operation StarBlade.
Calling Geosword. Come in, Geosword.
So this game is a little bit older than Star Fox, is that right, or does it predate it?
1994. I feel like it came after Star Fox. Might be wrong about that.
Red Eye.
All energy converges on the power
We
stone.
can go together now.
I think that what's really fun about sci-fi fiction is that they always impractically make weapons the shape of different weird animals and shit.
Darius was really bad about that. So was Sonic the Hedgehog, to be honest.
Oh yeah, fiction, like I said. Alright, so how much agency do you have? Are you only able
Oh,
to...
there it is.
Okay, there's already cool.
Wow, that stick is crazy. Like
Yeah.
you said.
So you can't like run into anything
Holy
unintentionally,
shit.
right?
Oh no, they'll ram into you if you don't shoot them down.
But you can't like run into the giant ship or anything?
No, your actual camera and movement is predetermined.
This is ridiculous right now.
Yeah, you have to be really light on that stick.
Like it's almost impossible. Okay. Big bastard. Okay. Yes, they got one from the morning.
You're gonna have to talk a little bit louder to the mic there, but
Don't run into the planet. Oh.
yeah, don't do that.
Oh.
Your driver may or may not run into bombs if you don't shoot them.
Don't run into the bombs. Driver.
Yeah, you'd hope that he'd not suck, but
Oh my gosh. Damn missiles. Like really? Like how are they shooting through all the frickin' asteroids?
dude, they got some ace pilots over there.
Yeah.
I actually find this hard to comment on. It's really self-evident. You got 1991 visuals. Looks like it came off of the Super FX card of a Super Nintendo game.
It looks way better than a fucking FX card, dude. Like,
I know, but I'm
put
joking.
this side by side of Star Fox. It's not even a competition.
Okay, so maybe what I meant to say is this looks like Atari Jaguar quality.
Yeah, but it's got a frame rate, so
Well, they had the advantage of spaceships looking really polygonish anyways, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean...
Like, what shape is that even? That's a can opener.
Yeah. It's like, looks like one of those big-ass magnets from, like, Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Also, I feel like they're saving themselves a little bit of trouble by everything being like one of 4 colors in space.
Yeah, hit start, continue that.
Hell yeah, dude.
There you go.
I feel like
Unlimited coins in this bitch. This used to happen back in 1995 or whatever when I was in the arcade.
right.
Oh God, I hate you. Jesus.
So I have a question. Who are we fighting?
Um,
Lar?
The bad guys.
Okay, is the bad guys anybody that isn't us though? Do we got a team? Is anybody on our side, or are we like Luke Skywalker versus the entire Empire, or some shit like that?
I think so.
It's been so long since I played this game, guys.
Man. The thing
I
about-
want to say they were friendlies, but it was like really obvious. But I don't know now.
I'm dead.
Ooh, yep.
Man, the thing about the bad guys is it's all about perspective.
You got plenty of coins. Hit star button.
So, I mean, what if we really are just like evil as shit? Like, all those people are trying to save us from burning all the children or something. But, like, we think we're the good guy just because.
I did not automatically assume that I was fighting on the side of people who burn children.
It could be.
Maybe that's my fault.
What if we're Anakin Skywalker instead of Luke Skywalker? You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to assume that this is not the story of the StarBlade.
Well,
Is there an established lore to even?
yeah, right.
Like-
I wonder how extensive it is.
Now, you know what's funny is I feel like in 1991, maybe we weren't as lore intensive.
Did this say 1991? I'm pretty sure this had 94 as the date.
Hey, Bridge Hobo, can you confirm whether it was 91?
Okay,
Oh
well,
my god, that one thing's crazy. Oh crap. We're shooting all every damn direction. Ooh,
you couldn't wrecked.
yeah. Well, if this damn cursor didn't move, like, it's really hard to control. Yeah, I sure hope I'm not a fake good guy.
Promise you're putting more thought into the story of StarBlade than they did. Starblade. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Namco was a little like, wouldn't it be cool if you could shoot shit?
Yeah. What if it was their secret plan, though?
Just gonna sleep all tonight telling myself it's not true.
You don't have to defend StarBlade. It's not under easy. You're like, no.
I know,
do
but
not take that.
well, now I'm applying all this to my own.
Oh, that was so Star Wars.
Yeah, there's definitely Star Wars cues going on. Now I'm like trying to apply all of this stuff that we're talking about to my own life. Though, like, am I one of the good guys?
Do you fight for the side of burning children?
This is the thing about it. Like, stormtroopers, like, you know, get up, they like kiss their kids, they like eat a healthy breakfast, they tell their wife goodbye. Then they go fight for the evil empire. But, you know, in their perspective, they're the good guys. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to make a living. Just want to feed their family. But
Now, here's what I will say. I feel like in modern years, we've had more and more fiction be apologists for the bad guy and like really make everything a gray area. And I kind of like it whenever fiction will take a stand and be like, no, black and white is this like easy thing to understand, and you can act on it and be decisive and not have a heavy conscience. And I don't know, man. I just feel like there's not any of that currently being made.
yeah, it's nice because it's nice because you take a break from reality. As far as whatever, like,
This is the
fictions
Death
like that.
Star. This isn't like Star Wars. This is Star Wars.
For sure, dude. I saw some X-wings for sure. But
No, I mean, people started doing the whole the bad guy's perspective thing is clever, and then it just started to be it's cool to defend the bad guy.
For a second there, I thought you were going to be like, nah, this isn't anything like Star Wars. I was like, what? Is Lara fixing to try?
No, I'm pretty sure they called it StarBlade because Star Wars was already taken.
oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of think it's pretty interesting. Not when they defend the bad guy, but the thing about, like, I'm a super fan of Lord of the Rings, right? You gotta love it, right? But and stuff like that, like, the good guy's always attractive, and he's always in really clean, awesome clothes, and he's always wealthy, and no matter what, he does the right thing. No matter if there's a conflict of interest or whatever, right? And then the bad guy's always ugly and in dirty clothes and dirt poor, and no matter what.
Doesn't consider anybody else, only his own agenda.
You know what I mean? But the thing about it is people aren't like that, man. Like, some of the best people have moments where they do the most terrible thing. And they might regret it, they might not.
I mean,
But there's also instances of the most terrible people you've ever met in certain circumstances doing the most redeeming, crazy, like, unimaginable good thing that you didn't see coming. And so to me, I would think it's really interesting when fiction treats characters like almost real people. Because we all have a scale of good and evil in us. And we all make mistakes. We all rise to the occasion whenever we didn't think we could. Because people aren't just 100% good and people aren't 100% evil. So I don't necessarily enjoy it whenever they just, like, try to make you feel for the bad person. Like, it's justified that he's a bad person. But I do like it whenever they treat characters like human people that make mistakes. And
yeah, I just see less of that and more of the justification.
yeah, that's
Also,
like,
the thing about, like, it being black and white is you're not supposed to relate or see those characters as real people. You're supposed to see them as, like, either desirable or undesirable traits that you can inhabit.
yeah.
But
some people make them like their heroes. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that it's a balancing act, because I think that what's interesting is showing causality, because how do bad guys get made? I think that examining that is interesting, and I think that in a hostile environment that we're trapped in, we have to react accordingly, and, like, oftentimes we're left with this situation where it's like, well, shit, who even gets to decide what's right? The fucking guy who lives, right? Like,
Yeah.
the guy who gets to write the history book is the one who lived to write the history book.
And see, that's kind of what I was trying to, like, that's the conversation I was bringing up with my initial statement. Like, in nature, like, there isn't a good or bad guy, you know what I mean? Like, things win or they lose, you know what I mean? You don't call the polar bear a bad guy because he runs over there and eats that seal, you know what I mean? Like,
I could think of plenty of people who do, but you
well,
shouldn't.
You shouldn't. That's how he has to survive.
I hate that I thought of, like, literal people I could name out loud when you said that.
Yeah, they're stupid, though. I mean, I hate to be mean, but yeah, they're dumb. Like, I don't know, you can't pull. But see, with people, we have this, like, we're aware of ourselves, and we, like, you know, we can try to, like, change things and like, overcome things to be, like, a good person. But, like it says, like, you know, sometimes situations happen that create bad guys or whatever. The reason why I brought up in nature is because, like, I don't know, it's like it's necessary sometimes to do things that totally,
Man, remember when I said that I don't like it when you start justifying the villain? It looks like this conversation is going down the rabbit hole of you justifying villainy right now.
No, what I'm saying is, villainy is all perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
oh, I do. That's why I brought up the nature analogy. Like, I don't know, man.
It doesn't have to be apologistic in order to be acknowledging causality.
Yeah, and, like, sometimes, you know, like, I don't know, I get what you're saying, but
Because, yeah, nobody gets mad at the polar bear for following instincts, but humankind has been proven to be able to follow more than just instinct, so I'm obviously going to hold them to a higher standard.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they're
also, we
capable
can
of doing much more.
communicate. That's the difference between us, is that
Yeah,
we can get to explain to our children, these are the wages of war, this is what happens whenever you act in your own interest instead of the interest of the collective, and we get to use the knowledge. Now, how we use that knowledge is like really where the morality comes in, because bears, all I know is there's salmon. I want salmon. I'm gonna eat that salmon. Why? Because I understand how to eat it, and I don't know how to do other things.
Like, if they can communicate and like get together with the seals and be like, hey, look here, seals. You know, you can swim down there and catch a lot more fish than I could. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry. I want to like live. It's like, I won't eat you. Like, just, you know, bring me some extra fish. You know what I'm saying?
that's called a dictatorship.
And then maybe
That's
they
the
can
plot
work
to
something
that's the
out.
plot to a Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Except with cooler creatures.
Maybe they can work something out, but no.
Did you just beat the Empire by yourself?
Well, hey, that's what I do sometimes. With like
Occasionally.
$3 or whatever.
Occasionally.
Oh, is that, how many missions are there, Laura? One or more than one?
3?
3, okay.
Okay.
Now, I also am curious, is this thing in a sensory deprivation type, like, whenever you play this in the arcade, are you encapsulated? That's what I'm looking for.
I think there are deluxe cabinets that are encapsulated.
Because this seems like it would lend itself to that really well.
Because I feel like there's also standard cabinets that are significantly more shitty.
Yeah,
But I want to say the deluxe cabinet was like sit down, pull position style.
Cool.
Because I was just like looking at the design of this thing, and I was thinking to myself, man, this seems like the type of the game that the designer probably wouldn't be able to help themselves than be opulent and excessive in the design.
Namco used to really go all out.
Oh man, now see, I talk about opulence and excessiveness like it's bad. I remember whenever the Tekken 3 cabinets got rolled out and they had those like big subwoofers, I was like, oh my god, what are those? Like, it was really...
The Tekken 4 deluxe cabinets were so pimpin'. And the Tekken 5 cabinets that had the PS2 ports, you made an arcade machine with PlayStation 2 controller ports. It was the best. I went, after classes, I went to a community college. After classes, I'd go across the street to the mall with a DualShock 2 in my backpack and just start wrecking people.
Does anybody remember whenever Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had Dreamcast VMU ports where you could actually transport your Dreamcast characters?
The same game. The same arcade had that.
Man, I miss arcades, guys.
Yeah, I do too.
Arcades are so much fun, man.
And I know that there's like no point now because everybody has an arcade in their pocket now. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Man, I miss not have ready access to everything. Like, I know that sounds stupid, like, yeah, let's just have less choices all the time. But man, there's something about scarcity that breeds appreciation. And I think that in these modern times, that's like the real crisis, is that appreciation is so much harder to manufacture because scarcity is...
What? What? We got a bunch of rare shit. Like, what are you talking about? Options all the time, man. That's what I really
That's the
lament.
point.
Yeah, I lament I don't have the option of being able to play the arcade machines. I have to play StarBlade on my fucking Tekken 5 disc.
We're making do. Don't cry for us, Argentina.
The oversaturation just makes it to where
The oversaturation of like one type of game. Like, the last few years have been first-person shooters everywhere. You know, and it's hard to keep an appreciation for that genre when you're overexposed to it. But oversaturation of like video games in general of all types is definitely not the problem, guys.
So I'm not an engineer. What kind of machine are we fighting? Like, what does that machine do, or why are we fighting that machine?
it's bad though.
I mean, good and bad being, it being a beauty in the eye of the beholder.
It looks like a needle you find at a doctor's office. I'm going to go ahead and say it's bad. I'm going to go ahead and say it's at fault.
It's threatening looking, even though it probably is just functionally required to be that way.
Yeah, but it's shooting balls in my face, so...
But yeah, you love that.
Man, you were just a little bit quicker on the draw than I was on that.
Oh god. But once again, what if this is a space orphanage?
I feel like it's not.
It could be. How do you know? You ever seen a space orphanage?
You got me in that I haven't seen a space orphanage.
I've seen 12 last week.
When you were up in space, right?
Yeah.
I forgot you and Elon Musk started talking again.
Yeah.
I told you he'd get over that if you just gave him time.
I finally returned his phone calls.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, I need more space ideas, Chris Wilson. And then you were like, go away, Elon Musk. I'm so tired of you trying to get ideas from me.
Your name sounds bro.
It's reminiscent of like...
His
Musk.
taste in anime is shit.
Oh, no, this I actually don't know about. Dude, you want...
He has Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist as his Twitter avatar right now.
Is
Like-
it weird that the smartest guy in the world is fucking, like, likes anime? Is that weird?
No,
Yeah.
anime's great.
I know, but...
Just want to take a moment out of my day to inform you, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it exists, you should consume it.
It really would be like most enjoyable anime you've ever watched.
This Namco game has a bunch of midway explosions. Those are, like, definitely the midway fire.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, this guy is crap. Where the hell did he go? Where you at?
So, here's a question for you, Lar. Do you think that they charted out a bunch of stars, or do you think they just did a convincing enough job to...
They're not charted, what the hell?
I don't know how to press this button any faster, but that
The,
blow up.
God, what's the name of the fucking... Any other day I could have told you. But the arcade hardware that this and Tekken was made was not about charting stars. That's just a visual effect.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so do you think that they maybe did 1/8 of a globe and then just copied, cut, and pasted
Oh, probably.
in all the directions?
That's the common practice, I believe.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure, like, a cluster of them. I'm pretty sure there's like 8 to a picture, and that's why you see them rotating by themselves, because they rotate in groups.
so
And then it's just like we have 4 different ones, and then we just copy and paste that fucking everywhere.
So I know that this is never going to get watched by the guy that makes the breaking
Mission
boundaries
accomplished, by the
videos.
way, man.
Dude, you're good at this game. Nah, but breaking boundaries video maker guy, it would be really neat if you could explore this a little bit further for us and like move your camera outside of the fixed view.
Oh, she says?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that dude.
Boundary Break is an interesting video series, by the way.
Highly recommend. Highly recommend the Resident Evil 7 video, but make sure you play Resident Evil 7 before you watch it.
I hope you're not implying there are no spoilers.
There are spoilers.
Umbrella is bad. They're like all the way bad. It's like not even up for debate, right?
Oh.
Oh no, are you fixing Muddy the Waters and be like, Umbrella, they're secretly the good guys too?
I mean, do you want me to comment on Resident Evil 7?
Oh no. Oh no, there's only 2 missions?
Damn.
I saved us, guys. I saved the whole world.
Where were your buddies at the whole time? Dude, they're letting you do all the heavy lifting and now it's time to like go home? Like
All the orphans are dead, thanks to me.
all the space orphans.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you just have kids willy-nilly in space. Then leave them.
Where are your parents at? Never mind.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't realize we were going to make dead orphan jokes today. I would have prepared.
What, did you have some?
I would have prepared by, like, turning off the computer and just throwing it in the trash.
Okay, so I just wanted to point out, no real orphans were harmed during the making of this video at all. Only
Lard doesn't condone harming orphans, nor would he ever.
also, fake people aren't real, so don't cry for fake people. Like, they're not real. They don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can't even get in space, so there's really no space orphans. I mean, we can, but we don't have like reproduce in space yet.
Dude, you can't convince me that astronauts haven't banged in space yet.
I'm sure they have.
Simulation hypothesis. Everybody should go look it up.
Wouldn't it be hard though, right? Without the gravity?
Think of man, enter your name. Got 3 letters. A C.
Yeah. Can I delete that something?
Yeah, right there.
And then go A. Oh yeah.
Nice. Number 1. So 90,600. That's the score, internet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody could beat it. I did terrible. But
Hey,
it was fun.
Come
Come
at us in the at the comments or tweet me your score on StarBlade. Let's see who's got the highest score on the internet.
Oh yeah, if it's uncontested, we might be submitting to Twin Galaxies. So consider that.
I'm pretty sure you have to do it as like when continue.
Prospective world champion here. Don't tell him what to do.
I wish we would have kept track of how much money it would have cost me to win.
Oh yeah, Britchobo, can you tell us how much we spent? That more money than I would have spent.
Assuming.
For sure.
Also, we probably need to know how many credits this game costs. Like how much?
It's set to 1 credit, 1 play.
Oh no! Does that say 1991?
Oh
no,
damn, it did.
Did we have an argument earlier where I correctly?
I probably edited it out. It's probably not real.
Oh, sounds like Lar. He just edits out in his mind whenever we have real arguments.
Don't be contrarian to him. You will get edited out so fast. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
It was really fun.
Oh yeah.
I love our subscribers. They're great.